We're out here on location at a house build with our Casitas de Corazón program, and that means homes of the heart. And we truly feel when a home is built, it's just not built with hands and feet, it's built with hearts and the love of Jesus.
This trip has just been really amazing for me. It's been 15 years since I've been on a mission trip to Mexico.
I was super excited to come on this trip, especially to get to know the team.
It's my first missions trip. It's my first time out of the country here in Ensenada, and it was just great to be able to move as a community from Cornerstone.
Well, me and my husband had the opportunity to come last year on this amazing trip, and now we came back this year to build another home for another amazing family.
Some of our friends from our last trip joined us, but some of them are new faces, and we were so glad to have been able to be blessed to be here with them, to experience this, just making connections, meeting Caesar, Medium, Crystal, the family that's going to receive this home.
When we had gotten here, the night when we went to sleep, it started pouring rain, and rain symbolizes so much, and for me it symbolized this new beginning for this family.
Some of the most amazing moments for me actually have been on the car rides here to this site. For some reason, I've just felt this deep burden and compassion come over me just for the things of God and for the people.
Something that really stuck out to me was day one of work, being able to lay down the foundation of their new home, and just knowing that that's what God is doing for me and for a lot of us out here.
It was really cool to work here with my son. He came out, and about a month ago he said, "Dad, you gotta go to Ensenada," and 10 minutes later I told him I was registered for the trip.
I have these things between what's happening in the moment and myself constantly. That's what I do. I photograph these things, and I love it so much because you get to see God move, and you get to photograph how God is moving in people's lives, the friendships that are being made, the relationships that are being built, the houses that are being built.
One thing God has changed my life so far on this trip has been how much I can do in such little time, and how impactful it is to the family here.
I was really excited when I found out that the house we were building was actually for a local pastor and his family. It was just awesome with them working next to us and getting to know them. Super excited to see their little daughter painting the walls yesterday.
It's very heartwarming, especially when we go down to the Casa de Esperanza, to see the school and just see how we are affecting a culture, and how we can just, through small changes every day, just make life better.
Right when we get here, we're able to reconnect with people that we've met, from Casa de Esperanza, and it's so great to see Marisol from last year and her brothers, and it just really touched my heart that that bond that we had a year ago is still there today.
Personally, it's life-changing for me. I grew up in an abusive home with my father. I know what it's like for these kids in Casa Esperanza to be abused. I know what it's like to, have those disabilities.
Seeing the kids there, my heart goes out to them, not having dads around. I was a single parent for a while, and it really breaks my heart to see the struggle that they go through.
Visiting Casa Esperanza was it was very emotional for me because I was a teen mom. I had my first kid when I was 16. It was just filled my heart that a place like that exists.
Right now, for the both of us, it's been a lot of a waiting process. And this trip made me realize so many families wait so long for a house, a home that we're blessed to have. Yesterday at Casa Esperanza, there was the kids were playing with the chalk, and the only thing they were drawing was homes. Out of everything they could draw, they're drawing their homes.
Yesterday when we visited Casa Esperanza, we had got there and we had saw that there was a whole solar system, and we were like, oh, maybe someone already came here and did stellar VBS.
I was a little bummed out because I thought they already did stellar, and I was talking to Raylina and I was like, oh man, so let's just not do it then, I guess. I don't know what we're supposed to do at this point.
But later on we were able to find out that no, they were doing their own space theme. So I'm just like blown away about how intentional God is and the way he sets things up. This lady, she works there, her name is Gabby, and she had told us how the night before she was praying to God because the kids needed backpacks to carry their crafts in. The teachers kept saying that they needed these backpacks, and she was just so amazed and she was like, God answered my prayer, like he heard my prayer. And it was just such a reminder that like even when we feel like maybe God's not hearing us, he is, and he's always there for us. So it was just a beautiful moment to see how God works and how he's moving even when we don't see it, and how he set this all up since last year. Like Stellar was something that was planned last year, and like here we are this year, and like we were able to do that for them.
The racing thing that they have going on, that's just supports Mi Casa de Esperanza, is just amazing. See, Bochito is like, it gives them hope because Bochito's out there racing for them to help further the cause there and to support them.
Ponchito is a hero. It's bigger than just the race. To teenage moms and to young children who have grown up in beaten homes, this is an icon that they look up to, and it motivates them. And Ponchito has to keep going throughout the generations and decades because a lot of people are relying on that little car.
I raised my kids pretty much on my own, but Adriana is my baby, and so being on this trip with her and seeing her, how she loves God, and she's so sweet and so kind, and she likes helping people.
This has changed my perspective on life, definitely. I'm just so blessed to be here, so blessed to help others, and this is truly life-changing.
I just think it's great. It's just the church going outside the four walls to just touch other people, and that's the part I love about it.
Trips like this, you know, they always kind of inspire you more for when you go back home, just to keep running that race that we're in, that Christian life that we're doing, that's a marathon. And
God extends that invitation to us to take part in what he's doing here. And it's just the biggest blessing to be able to be a part of that.
I want to go back with just a freshness of love and compassion for Lake Elsinore, the Wildomar area, and so I'm just so grateful to be here.
Definitely come to the missions trip. You'll see things that you never thought you would see. Yeah, I would say you definitely need to come.
Glad to be here and to help this wonderful family just have a roof over their head, and I hope that God provides for them and lets us come on more mission trips like this.
If you see something that touched you, or you hear something that spoke to you, if you see God move through the pictures, the videos, or what's happening here, what's happening around the world, you believe that God is doing something in your heart, listen to it. Don't let that settle.
Cornerstone community, we just want to thank you for being a part of this. And even though maybe you're not here on site, you've sent some mighty workers. And we just really pray that God can continue to do this work and come out here and make a difference in the lives of these families. And so we thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts in participating with Casitas de Corazon.
Where God has you today, that's your missions field. That's where you go to fulfill the Great Commission.